Hello students, welcome to the 7th lab lecture of Python for BCA 3rd semester as per the syllabus of IK Gujral, Punjab Technical University, Jalandhar. This one is the program I am going to discuss today. Print multiplication table of a number input by the user. I am implementing the program in Spider platform. You can implement parallelly in Jupyter, Google Colab, IPython Shell, or various other online compilers are available. You can do. First of all, to understand about multiplication table, let's understand about for loop. Suppose I am writing for I in range 10, then print I. Now what is the meaning of this? I can print the numbers from 0 to 9. If I am writing 1 to 10, then I can print the number from 1 to 9. If I am writing 1 to 11, it means I can print the numbers from 1 to 10. Now what is the meaning of this? It means the first number is included and second number is excluded. Means first number is there, but the second number means the last number is not there. Or we can say, if I am writing range 1 to n plus 1, then I can print the numbers from 1 to n. Similarly, I can print the number in reverse order. Suppose I have to print the numbers in reverse order, then I can write suppose 7 to 1, then minus 1. Means each time the number is decremented by minus 1. Now you can print 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. If I am writing 0 here, it means I can print the numbers up to 1. If I am writing 10 here, it means I can print the numbers in reverse order from 10 to 1. Now our requirement is to display the table. Suppose I enter, what's our requirement? Suppose I enter any number as 7. Then I have to print 7, 14, 21 up to so on. The last value should be 70, like this. After entering 7, suppose this one is required or any number. Suppose I write here for I in range 1 to 10, I multiply 7. Suppose it's like this. You can print the value. Suppose I am writing 1 to 11. It means I can print the data. This one is the table for 7. But this one is the static table. It's not dynamic. Suppose I have to enter the data from user side. N int input enter any integer value like this. Here you can place and is equal to double quote so that you can print the data in the single line. Suppose I print here print table for, here you can print the value of n, then you can type n here because it's multiplied by n each time. Now execute the program. Suppose I enter 11 here, you can print the table for 11, 22, 33, 44 up to so on 110. Suppose I have to print like this, 7 multiply 1 is equal to 7 like this, then 7 multiply 2 is equal to 14 like this. Suppose I have to print like this, then what I have to do, I have to change the printing section here. First value required is 7. 7 is the user value, that is n. It means here you have to write n. Then in double quotes, you have to write the sign of multiplication. Here multiplication is required. Then 1, 2, 3, it means this value is I. Now at last location, what's required? N multiply I. 7 multiply 1, 7 multiply 2 means product of these two numbers is required. You can write here n star I. Let's execute the program now. Enter any integer value. Suppose I enter 6 here. 6 multiply 1, 6 multiply 2 up to so on. In this way you can display the table. You can do reduction as per your requirement. The table for 8, this one is there. In this way you can display the table according to your choice. Suppose I have to display the table in reverse order. These values required first. Then what I have to do, I can do like this, 10 to 1 with a reduction of -1. Then suppose I enter 7 here, I can display the table. 7 into 10, but up to 2 is there. It means I have to write 0 here because last value is not included. Now write 7. You can display the table in reverse order. 7 into 10, then 7 into 9. Now you can print the table for any value. Suppose I am writing -12. You can display the value of -12. In increasing order, you have to display the table. It's just an exercise that you can print in any way. Like this, you can print the table. Also, one more thing, suppose you have to write only 12 into 1, 12 into 3, 12 into 5, only the odd values, then you can do like this. You can write 2 here, it means jumping factor of 2 is there. Now suppose I am writing 12, you can display only 12 into 1, 12 into 3, 12 into 5, 12 into 7, 12 into 9 like this. Only the odd values are there. Now display the table of any table 23. You can display the table accordingly. Hope you understand the content of designing a multiplication table using for loop. Similarly, you can design this table using while loop. Let's check that. I am going to convert this for loop into comments so that on later stages we can implement this. Now, the value of n. Suppose I have to design using while loop. While you can write here I less than 10. While I less than 10. At the start position, you can set I is equal to 1. While I less than 10, then you can write print I star n. Then you can write I plus plus or I is equal to I plus 1 like this. Suppose I am implementing like this. Now in case of while loop, what you have to do? Initialization condition first, that is I is equal to 1, then I less than 10, then I star n, and each time the value of I is incremented by 1. Now execute the content. Suppose I am writing 5 here, you can display the table from 1 to 9 because it's less than 10. Suppose I am writing 11 here, then you can display the table accordingly. I am entering 7, you can display the table like this. Now you can print this whole line here. It means you can display the table accordingly as per there in the for loop. Suppose I am writing 9 here, you can display the table. Hope you understand the content of designing the table using both the loops. One is for loop and second is while loop. In case of for loop, you can write all the contents in single line. But in case of while loop, you have to initialize first, then test condition, and in last stage increment is there. You can write here its initialization, or it's similar to your C and C++. Initialization, and this one is test condition. And what about this one? This one is increment, or you can say decrement. But in this case, increment is there. These three conditions are required inside the loop. But here, all the three conditions are applicable by default. 1 to 11. Each time the value is incremented by 1 by default. Means I is equal to I plus plus, or I is equal to I plus 1 or I plus plus, it's not required. If you have to reverse the condition, if you have to do the jumping factor of 2, only then you have to write here like this. Otherwise, if only one jumping factor is required, then there is no need to write 1 here. I think the content is clear about multiplication table using both the loops. This one is the content I discussed. Print multiplication table of a number input by the user. Thanks for watching my video.